evening, everybody, and welcome to, I got everything screwed up here. All right, there we go. There it is. Hey, welcome to the Midnight Ride of Gray Man Prepping. How's everybody doing out there? What a friggin' night. Let me see who's all here. All right, more people coming in. All right, let's go to the top here to comments and up to the top and see who's all here. All right, first one in. Chef Tech was in first. Second was Suzanne Glenn. She said, messing with the algorithm, one video at a time tonight, watching. Yeah. It took a long time for the, dang, and it's even, okay. There we go. I had to get that updated there. For the chat to show up on the YouTube side so I can see what's going on and everything right. All right, anyways, next. Diana Chu was next. Mother's Garden Club, Kaylin Strain, Aiden Air, Tammy Harder, Walt Rogers, Troop 1351. And I think, it's the Marshmallow Man's in here. Happy Mac is here. Shadow Scout Sweet is here. All right, so... yes, it was. Today is the second Thursday of the month at City Council meeting. And somebody in there would not shut up. Had to say the same thing 6 times. Oh, man. Anyways, yeah. So, wow, things are going on here. And... it's going to be busy here too because the I'll drop that down. There we go. The number of emails I've received from you, and the number of emails I've gotten from some of the news places is I got 16 articles to cover tonight. I'm going to try to get through it fairly quick here. Some I'm going to open up, some I'm not. First one. Trump executive order to impact 95 California radio and TV stations that are left-winging and have been receiving money from the previous administration to spread left-wing BS are getting their funding cut. Oh, darn. Yeah. All right, next one here. California, where starter homes cost $1 million. Thank you, the great gay man nuisance, governor of, or a high lord and executioner of California. This one is alert. Trump says he'll reopen Alcatraz prison. All right, I gotta go and see if it's just what I think it is. It may have been he made a off the cuff comment, and everybody's going, "Oh!" Okay. Says he will reopen Alcatraz. Tariff movies made outside the U.S. Oh, put tariffs on movies outside the U.S. Okay. Let's see here. The notorious prison has served as a tourist draw since it closed more than 60 years ago. In the announcement made on his Truth Social site, Trump indicated he will direct the government to expand the prison. It comes the same day the president made headlines by refusing to say on Meet the Press if he will uphold the U.S. Constitution in respects to due process, which was a BS thing because there has been no due process on illegal aliens. It's not, they don't have the right. Yeah, so, yeah. Yeah, so they're going to turn it into a, Supermax. Possibly turn it into a Supermax. They'll do a study on it, feasibility on it, and see whether it's going to do that there or not. All right. Anyway, so let's get out of that one. Come back over here. Next article. All right, this one has a subtone under it, which you have to look for. No, someone in Council meeting, they wouldn't hear you. All right, so this one here is end of an era for California license plates. And it says, here's what's replacing them. Well, I read the article. They don't say what's replacing them in the article. I went through it twice. But what's going on it? Let me get in here. So the first edition of today's sequencing, beginning in 1980, was with 1 AAA000. And next year, the final plate is expected to come out is 9ZZZ999. What's not listed on there is that commercial trucks, which California automatically classifies pickups as, unless you say, no, it's a family vehicle that is not used for any business, does change things around and does added alphabets and stuff and changes around a little, but it's still 7 digits. What's interesting is there is certain 8-digit ones allowed for certain specialty ones, such as ham radio licenses and stuff like that. And that's been around since the 70s. Oh, what do you know? They updated it. So now they're reversing it. They're just reversing it. So it's going to be, instead of being number, letter, number, it's going to be number, letter, number. Yeah. Anyways, yeah, it's yeah, and they could done gotten a whole bunch more out of it by making it letter, and 4 numbers. But no, anyways. Yeah, so that's how many. You can calculate out how many license plates have been issued since 1980 by doing the mathematical adaptation on it, and it's it's in the hundreds of millions of license plates. All right, Moon over Miami, welcome. Yeah, you make sure all the proper stuff paperwork's done, so whoever's on there previously is no longer on there again. All right, let's see, next one here. Get rid of that one, get rid of that one, and get rid of that. Okay, there we go. California's Real ID enforcement is here. What to expect if you don't have one? Well, for me, if I go there, it's nothing. If it's for my sons, nothing, because they don't fly on airplanes. And so that's the main thing was flying on airplanes. You have to have real ID. And what's happening? All of these illegal aliens brought in over the last 4 years were given real ID. So it's a big jump. Here's a fun one here. California gas could hit $8.44 per gallon in 2026. A new study by the University of the left-wing Southern California professor. Yeah. Okay. Well, let me see what it says in here. I'm looking in here on this one here. Oh, because the environmentalists are pushing and causing problems. I guess two pending closures of two refineries, you know, will push the gas prices higher. And they're saying, "Well, get an electric car." Oh, that's right. We can't provide power for your electric car. We'll have to, because we have to shut down. During windstorms, we got to shut down power lines, and we got to, we don't have the production capacity to produce the power or the transmission lines to get them to the places, the cities and stuff in the residential areas where everyone's going to have to get a new electric car. So they're going to have to get the electric increased meters on the houses and the bigger and all the other crap that goes along with it. And Hugo Homestead's here. KP Heathen's here. Yeah. Yeah, it's talking about that crap there, and running a bunch of BS numbers saying, "Oh, this is what's going to cause it to, no matter what." But you see, if nuisance would cut some of the crap out. Right, this one here applies not just California, applies to a bunch of the other states. Rattlesnake warning as temperatures climb. Yeah, it gets warmer. Rattlesnakes are coming out. All snakes are coming out. Water moccasins, diamondbacks, timber rattle. All the snakes are coming out, poisonous and non-poisonous. Pay attention when you're hiking, people. All right, so this next one here is Weight Watchers files for Chapter 11 bankruptcy. And Kaylin sent me this one, so I'm going to get into it. I didn't have a chance to read it. Weight Watchers files for bankruptcy to eliminate over $1 billion in debt. So they're basically filing for Chapter 11, not Chapter 13. Chapter 11 repackaging structure plan to help eliminate $1.15 billion in debt, which means all these people they owe money to are going to be left hanging high and dry. Court documents reveal that Weight Watchers International currently holds assets and liabilities in the range of $1 to $10 billion with over 100,000 creditors. And it gives a bunch of BS leading to it about, oh, Weight Watchers has empowered, millions of members over the last 62 years, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, no. Anything out of it? So it says operations will continue as normal, avoiding any impact on its more than 3 million members around the world. Yeah, basically they're screwing a bunch of people. They're screwing a bunch of people they owe money to over. All right. Criminal investigation. Oh, another one sent to me by Kaylin Strain about the diesel fuel spill near Dallas Creek in Iowa, and I think there was another one to follow up on it here. Let's see. Maybe I didn't move it over, but let's look at it here. Basically, a former employee damage stuff says on it. Smell on it. This one just talks about the this one doesn't say who it was, but I guess some one of the other ones I saw, I forgot to move it over. Sorry, folks. They found out that a former employee of this place had been acting naughty and did it. Yes. Okay, going back to weight lossers. Yeah. Trimming the fat off. Yeah. They can trim everybody else's fat off, but they can't trim their own without screwing someone else over. All right. This is another one that was sent to me by Kaylin. So Madison County, see if I can find out what state this is in. Madison County auditor submits resignation after dismissing lawsuit against county supervisors. So she pulled some criminal shenanigans, dismissed the lawsuits going against county supervisors. Oh, I better resign before I get criminally charged. Well, she doesn't realize she can still get criminally charged. This is in Iowa. Anyways, yeah. So yeah. So there is criminal dealings even down to county levels and lower. Okay. I didn't get a this is did not get a chance to look at this one. See, all right. The headline is Major Pharmacy Will Close or Sell Hundreds of Stores in California. And this is, which one is it? Get in here to it. The nation's third largest pharmacy chains announced plans to close or sell all 347 California stores. Popular Pharmacy, come on, who is it? Rite Aid. There we go. They have to hide it down. They can't come out and say Rite Aid is doing it. No, they had to bury it. Rite Aid this week filed for bankruptcy for the second time in less than 2 years after previous restructuring lessened the pharmacy chain's debt, but still left them unsound financial footing. So they may be closing all 347 stores in California or selling them off to somebody else. Yeah. And I remember Rite Aid came in and bought the pharmacy that was up at the corner group of, they had a bunch of other stores in there and stuff, and Papa's John's and other stuff, and they came in and bought them out, and the pharmacy took a nosedive because it was, the company that bought it was crap. I mean, that pharmacy being Rite Aid, the company before it was doing good, and they just, leveraged them out, hostile takeover type thing. All right. Get rid of that one there. All right. So, 3 more to go here, folks. And Kaylin sent me this one as well. House Republicans approve amendment authorizing the sale of federal lands. Federal lands being primary in Nevada, Arizona, and Utah. The House Natural Resources Committee approved amending a late Tuesday night after previously indicating federal lands wouldn't be included in a budget reconciliation bill. Get my tongue untied here, folks. Most of the approved bans proposed lands for sale or exchange appear to be aimed at building affordable housing in U.S. Forest Service and Bureau of Land Management's outside of Las Vegas desert. It's Bureau of Land Management out there. It's desert. Yeah. Okay. Reno, Nevada. There's a little bit of forest on the one side, but there's other cities in the way. But yeah, you're getting into some high desert, lightly forested stuff up there. And in the fast-growing southwestern Utah, around the tourist town, it's not a town, it's a friggin' metropolis of St. George, Utah. One of the fastest-growing areas in the West. And so basically, several counties there are totally surrounded by federal land, or have their population is totally surrounded by federal lands, and they can't expand, driving housing prices way up. The committee said there are 60 targeted parcels amounting to 10,000 acres. The one person in her district was it Representative Celeste Malloy said so in her district 10,000 acres, totaling less than a third of a percent of federal land in her area. Yeah, so just little small amounts, trying to expand it a little bit. Oh no, they're selling federal land. Well, why not? Why does the government have to hold on to so much land? All right, next one. I haven't seen this also as a headline. So the headline is, quote, Gulf of America, quote, vote passes. See how your California representative voted. So let's see what it goes in here. The House bill passed by a vote of 2011 to 2006. Let's go into the actual article here. Butch Graves, how you doing? All right. The House bill passed renaming the Gulf of Mexico to the Gulf of America. Measure also directs federal agencies update their documents to incorporate the new name. President Trump already signed an executive order during his first day in office renaming the Gulf. However, it's not the whole Gulf. It's just out to our legal boundary, which is on the shelf, which basically undid Captain Crazy's ban on any oil drilling in the Gulf of Mexico. Let's see here. Okay. California representatives voted along strict party lines. The Democrats do not want to alienate any other country. Yeah. And then, of course, which one is this here? Which Democrat Majority Taylor Greene's bill. All right, okay. Well, so who sponsored it? But Peter Aguilar of Fontana, District 33 Democrat, said it's a slap in the face to hardworking Americans. No, it's not. I voted against this ridiculous bill, like I'm voting against voter ID and removing illegal aliens from the state of California. Yeah, so posturing BS. All right, this one here is one that it just took too long to pass. Recommendations were made 5 years so before. So in 2019, recommendations were sent to do this. So basically, what it is, TSA, and this is American Online, and whoever wrote this has their head up their butt because they misuse nomenclature on a lot of stuff. TSA summer travel advisory reminds you not to pack common electrical gadgets in your luggage. And TSA is now saying that batteries, ion lithium batteries for charging your phone, this are not allowed in checked baggage because they have been catching fire because of the cheap ones from the land of the Red Dragon. And the person writing says portable battery, so battery chargers, not power stations. This is the power station. It's not a battery charger. You can charge your phone. It's anyways. Yeah. And it also says, check. The TSA also encourages travelers to monitor recalls on the devices they own. Prepper Girl 10, welcome. John's Life Journey, welcome. All right. Yeah, John's Life. I did the 12-hour shifts 7 days a week for 6 months. Yeah, that sucked. The overtime was great, but it sucked. All righty. So that takes care of the news articles I have. Let me go back, check my inbox, see what, new things in here. Anything new? No, nothing new. All right. Whew. Yeah. Down to the comments here. All righty. So, yeah, this was tonight's city council meeting. They I don't want to say who, but one person is working for the city. So I was like, oh, this is great. We're going to see what they cost, and basically it's to text. It's TextMyGov is the name of the company, and basically it's set up so they can send out texts out, and it's trying to remember the prices here on it. It's something like $1,100 up to $2,100 for the different plans per year to be able to send texts out to a text message out to everybody if there's emergency or stuff coming up. We were using something a whole heck of a lot cheaper at DHS to send messages out. Plus, there's other apps out there where you can set it up. They can load it on their computer and send out a message to everybody's cell phone in the city saying, "Oh, we have lost power to our wells. Pressure has dropped below so many pounds of pressure. The State Department of Water Quality says you have to boil water for so many days for drinking water." What did he say here? Hang on. They still say the Chinese snacks display stands we're standing. Yeah. Anyways, all right. Yeah. Anyway, so they were looking at several of those, and the one person says that sounds good, but is there something cheaper? And someone else goes, we should just there's an app out there you can get, and they named the app off, and everybody just loads it on their phone, and I just started laughing. She goes, what? I go, I ain't loading it on my phone. I know a lot of other people aren't going to load other apps on their phone. They don't want apps on their phone. Text message does not require an app on your phone to receive a text message. So, anyways, yeah, there are other things. So that got kicked around, and then the person who brought it up originally kicked it around for another 20 minutes, and everyone was like, "We're done with it." Someone else passed it. All right, I want to do. I submitted a thing to table this for another meeting so we get more information on it. Oh, but wait. Yeah, no. Anyways, yeah, and then they kicked around again for another. Yeah, anyways. But yeah, I'll be putting the video out. It's about an hour and 25-minute video. Probably get it out Saturday after I get that editing and blending and different things they had on it. But yeah. Anyways, go to your city council meeting, see what sort of crap they're trying to pull on you. They did decide finally, after all, at my city council meeting, there's 5 pieces of equipment. There's an old Galleon steamroller, the ones for doing pavement, that from 1956 that they were given from the city of Shelley. I believe it was given to the city of Shelley. It doesn't have a gas tank on it, rusted out, other stuff. And they're going to, there's that some other ones. There's the little city pickup has which they call the Fred Flintstone mobile, because under the driver's seat it's rusted out. They got a piece of scrap steel tossed in there so your feet don't go down to the pavement. So, anyways, there's the Galleon roller, a brush hog, an old John Deere brush hog, where the 3-point hitch is broken on, and then the city pickup, and then a bigger 3/4 ton truck that is ancient, that has split rims on it, and they didn't look into the possibility. To get, it's nobody will change the tires on those split rims. It's like get different rims. But anyways, some other things, but it runs okay. But the tires are bald on it, and it's going to cost us $5,000 to change the tires on it because it's got split rims. And then they have a big truck that was given to them by the county with a snowplow on it, and someone got hold of a dump bed for free and gave it to the city, and they put it on top of it, but it's just held on by chains and straps. There's no plumbing for it. Anyway, they're planning on selling those ancient pieces of equipment, which I have never seen used other than the dump truck with the plow on it going around twice 2 winters ago. Exactly. And it's like, oh, no problem. You can get for the same lug pattern, you can buy regular single piece rims, and put different tires on it. Yeah, split rims suck, but yeah, it's so easy. Yeah. It's a GM pickup too. So yeah, there are solid rims you can get for it. But anyways, they debated for about 20 minutes. Do we need to get rid of this? Yeah. How are you going to get rid of it? We got to do this. Can we do that? And someone says, well, so-and-so who's involved with the auction thing, he auctions stuff off, has an auction company come in. We can take the trucks up there, drop them off, blah, blah, and then they start talking back. Oh, but do they have a reserve on it, which means minimum bid has to be made to be accepted, because the snowplow one, just to plow off the truck itself, is worth $2,500 at least. Well, thank you, Jeremy. Yeah. But anyways, yeah. So they instead of saying, all right, we need to sell these, they're crap. The only thing worth is something, but do we want to do it in a hemmed and hawed? Yes. Get rid of, authorize the mayor to sell them. Either sell it or put it in an auction. Authorize the mayor to move it out. The only decent thing that came up tonight that was, I thought that was a positive. It turns out, all right, so there's a plaque next to City Hall. I just happened to read it beforehand. So the city of Basalt was established back in the 18-somethings as a railroad watering station. It was what it was set up as. The city of Firth did not exist. The city of Blackfoot did not exist. City of Idaho Falls was just a small rinky-dink hick town. And most of the cities up and down, down to Pocatello. I don't think Pocatello existed. Fort Hall did exist because it was part of the Indian reservation. But when they ran it, they had the base. It was called the Basalt Water Stop, and it was a quarter mile farther west of where the city is now, and it was called Cedar Ridge Camp. But they the railroad set up their thing, and a boomtown popped up around the water stop. And when they restructured stuff, they moved it over. They moved the city over. Where Idaho Supreme Potato Processing Plant was the Basalt Hotel, 2-story hotel. And anyways, so it was there first. And being first, one of the first things they did when they set up the community of Basalt, they put in the first irrigation ditch coming down there. And being first, they have a huge water rights for the city of Basalt to use. Huge, almost as big as the county seat of Blackfoot, and it is basically huge, like something like 1.8 million gallons a day water rights. And they found out from one of the guys dealing with the water pumps there, companies that come in, do inspections for us, and bought the new water pump in for us. He goes, you guys could probably lease out some of your water rights, because you got an insane amount of water that is your right to use one way or another, and lease it out to the water lease bank, so because they in turn lease, sell use of the water lease rights to people, and you guys would probably get buku bucks coming in by leasing out your water rights. So yeah, so they're going to look into that, and if they can do it and they get enough money out of it, they will be able to repave the streets, and do a bunch of improvements on the city and stuff. But we'll see what happens on that. That was the only thing good that came out of the meeting, I thought. Oh, that said, yeah. So what are you guys doing here? Let's just see anything else here. That been busy. Life's been more sporadic. Yeah, all right. Yeah. Okay, yeah, so yeah, I did a bunch of planting in the garden today, folks. I'll get a video out tomorrow on it, and I'm going to try to, if I can get the one attachment hook, the PTO attachment to slide onto the part that comes out of the back of the tractor, spindle, get it slide on there. Then I'll be bringing a bunch of wood chips over and filling the one area, and getting a bunch more stuff planted in the garden. I got a boatload of tomatoes to get planted tomorrow or Saturday morning. But yeah, I got 12. I can't remember the name of them, of the one type. It's a type of it's listed as a type of zucchini, but it's really long, and it got the big old bulb on the end, and all the seeds are in the bulb. So all the rest of it, which is fat, all going up, is let's see here. I'm looking at my online orders. Nope, that's the previous one. It's going to be was M.I. Gardner. Was a Big Creek. Okay, the Zucchino Ram. No, it wasn't Zucchino. It was the Zucchino Long de Nice was the one I planted about 12 of today. So, and I found in moving some of the weeds and stuff, I found where one of the giant pumpkins from last year was, and it froze and went, and it's like, oh, okay, I opened it up. I picked it up, The bottom fell out. Here's all these dried seeds that went through the winter out there. I got probably about 500 pumpkin seeds there. So I'm going to start seeing if any of those are good. And if they are, I got a whole bunch of seeds to put across the street. Yeah, I'm getting more and more physical out there, moving stuff around. But yeah, I also got to go over and check the one part which I haven't gotten to yet, and see if the star thistle is coming up, which it usually does in that area, and get it rotor-tilled down, spray it with the vinegar, and then rotor-till it, spray it heavy with the vinegar, and 2 days later I'll rotor-till it again, and then I can put the pumpkins over there. The pumpkins will grow over the it'll be good. And I'll also plant some sunflowers out there too. Yeah, things. It's been a fun stuff going on here, and I've been having the grandkids over more and more, keeping an eye on them. Trying to keep them from running around town. And one of the grandsons decided he was going to play with the bee. Oh, it's on my hand. He starts picking at it, and the bee stung him. And went. I was at school today, and when he got home from school, his hand was just, the skin was just a little tight, so it's still a little bit swelling on it. But they gave him 3 Benadryl chewables at school, and but they didn't have any Benadryl cream to put on it, which they really needed to do. So when he got home, his dad put the Benadryl cream on him. So, but yeah, waiting for honeysuckle to come in. Haven't planted any honeysuckle yet. I've got a bunch of work to do around here. This being a, and the thing is, usually I wouldn't be doing this work yet, because we would still be getting freezes and even snows now, but we're going to see what happens here. Oh, Phil B, me too. Yeah. Excellent. Yeah, I was out there, when I was doing the. So I haven't had any cabbage. I had cabbage one year, and didn't have the cat. There were cabbage moths going around, but I had sticky traps, and they were getting all stuck to the sticky traps around the 2 cabbage plants I had. But elsewhere where there's no cabbage, we've got the white moths all the time out here. And I was out spraying the vinegar, killing some of the weeds, and some started flying up out of the weeds. I sprayed them all of a sudden. The white moths were doing nosedives from the 45% vinegar. So I got to get out there. Also, now it's burn season now, so I can actually go out there and burn a lot of the weeds around the property across the street. All the tumbleweeds and stuff that's stacked up there, get all that burnt down, and clean up all and burn off all a bunch of other stuff that's allowing the star thistle to come in some areas, and all the friggin' goat heads. Got to find out where Eli's going to, that he's tracking goat heads in over here. All right. Yeah, I'm tired, folks. It's been a hard day today. So good luck, everybody, on your gardening. And for those that are finally getting out of the snow wherever you're at, congratulations. Anybody still getting snow, you have my condolences. Yeah, I know. Geeky Gardens I put out a video. His growing season has run its cool time. Now it's getting too hot, stuff's dying, so he's going to be coming up here to Idaho to his mom's place for a while. I'm not sure when he's heading out, but it should be within the next week or so. Here he should be coming up here. Okay. The wasp, dealing with the wasps around here, peppermint oil, lemongrass oil, witch hazel mixed together, and you spray it around, and the wasp goes somewhere else. Also, depending on the type of the wasp, you can take like a paper bag, a brown paper bag, and stuff it full of stuff and shape it to look like a and the wasp will avoid it. Some types of wasps will avoid it. Oh yeah, I got one of those. Yeah, you just got to make sure you can turn the big ones upside down, have some place to sit it where it's steady, and then it comes out and it turns down and fill it like a good workbench. You put a strap on it, hold it in place. Cantaloupe, corn, and squash. Yeah, I got 13 cantaloupe plants. I got to try to put out tomorrow if I get stuff done right. I'm trying to work on a. I did take a piece of cow panel and tilt it at about a 45-degree angle, and with T-posts driven down it to support it, and to put some the green snow fencing on top of it, and that way it'll grow up on top of it, and the cantaloupe will be resting on top, away from the bugs on the ground, specifically the sow bugs, pill bugs on it, and we'll see if that works. Yeah. Oh, I need to put some. Oh, that's the other thing. Yeah, I got my now that I've got most of the weeds out of my raised planter beds, and I'm planting to let some lettuce out there and some of the rainbow chard out there. I got a couple of them. I got to get the burgundy onions out there and the Spanish yellow onions out there, seeds in the ground, and try to get those going. Yeah, but yeah, and I got more peas to plant out in the one area that I just covered up with the wood chips last fall, and my wife is bringing up a bunch of a type of lilies that we salvaged from over on the other property there when I had to put a bunch of dirt up against the shop, the garage over there, because the guy, when he built it, he ran the dirt out and the dirt straight down and poured concrete right out to the edge. And of course, with the rain running down, it kind of undermined. It was starting to tilt, so I had to pack dirt under there and ran it out flat for a couple feet and then tapered it off. That was such a chintz. He couldn't even do things half right. Ooh, walking onions. Yes, I know Courtney at Wide Family Farm has had success with her walking onions the last couple of years. One of the areas around here I got to see if I can get the sunchokes, also called the I just lost it. Jerusalem artichokes. Same thing. I got to see if I can get some and put it in an area that's surrounded by concrete so they can't spread out where they don't need them at, and get some of those growing for for stuff to use. All right, folks. So coming up here, hopefully tomorrow I will get some gardening stuff done and get some, long enough where I can actually get the camera out there and show some stuff what I'm doing, and actually do include some actual planting and how I'm planting it with a monster drill, and get that out tomorrow. Tomorrow night, For Friday night on the homestead is soil amendments. We're going to talk about stuff you need to, to add to your soil to make it better, some things you don't want to add, and just try to, ways to build the overall health of your soil for your garden and lawn. Saturday on Gray Man Prepping here. After the invasion, what are your plans? That's the event. And yes, I know there's going to be comments about the Chuck Norris movie Invasion USA. We'll live with it. Monday on Camp Patton Family Compound, preserving your bounty. Can you do it? We're going to talk about different ways of preserving the stuff you harvest. And since people are starting to plant now and stuff, figure out, if I'm going to be preserving it, what do I want to plant that's easy to preserve? And we're going to talk about that stuff as well on Monday. Tuesday on Tactical Tuesday, top 5 skills and 3s that no one thinks of that you want to have. So top 5 skills and 3 skills that no one talks about that you want to have. So we're going to talk about is skill building on Tactical Tuesday. All right, folks. So everyone, take care. Stay safe. Don't go out and do anything foolish. Keep adding to your preps. Learn a new skill. Enlarge your garden. And we'll see you tomorrow night over on Camp Patton Family Compound. Take care, everyone.